Full Sail University, and Twitter just went crazy with the announcement of my guest at this time, Eric Young. And Eric, what can we expect from you here at NXT?
Everyone strives to be the best. You want to pit yourself against the best. Prove yourself against the best. There's no doubt in my mind or anyone's mind, the best are here. The best are in the NXT. The best are in the WWE Universe. And now I'm here. I'm here to prove myself, prove that I belong. The cream, it always rises to the top. You're looking at a world-class man, a world-class professional wrestler, a world-class athlete, and a world-class maniac. And I'll prove that time and time again.
Well, you've had an incredible career, so what does it mean to finally be here at NXT?
This means the world. This is where I belong. This is where I've always wanted to be. If you want to be the best, you want to make a name for yourself, you want to prove yourself, this is where it happens. And I'm going to do just that.
We had, say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's house,
word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in the disc edition, it's all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary and like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
What's up, everybody? This is another wonderful week of Ring Time Pro Wrestling. We are here to talk about Payback, the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania. So we go kick off the 2016 season of WWE. Things have changed. We're going with a new vision, and we'll see how things work out. Keith and Keisha in the building. Keisha, say hi to the people.
Hey, it's hot. Oh, sweet Jesus, it's hot. It's hot.
For those of you who have followed Keisha's social media feed, yes, she is the one that's out there making you feel miserable about your life as you've been going to work every day. And then she, at 10 o'clock in the morning, posted pictures of the beach and the ocean and an alcoholic beverage by her side. You know what I mean? Just making you feel more miserable about your day.
Listen.
Like,
look, let's not talk about this as if I'm still in Florida. Okay, I am back at home in Atlanta in my bed, and I'm telling you people, anybody that knows me knows, this is the first vacation I have had and forever. So, so I had to soak all that in, all of it, but it was incredible. I was in love. I didn't want to leave, but I had to go, and now I'm back here. And I'm not saying that it's bad that I'm back here. I actually like being back home, but you know, that was wonderful. That was awesome. The beach is greatness. Like, who wouldn't want to be on the beach? Except for when the seaweed wipes onto the sand. Ew, that's disgusting. I can't stand that. But other than that, everything else is wonderful. So, yeah, my new feet did get a little flooded. Hey, I wasn't as bad as my sister. She was with me. Our sister was with me, and we had a blast. But you think my news feed was crazy? Yeah, hers 10 times worse. She had way more pictures than I did, and she took way more pictures than I did. So it was like that, but it was 4 days, and it was awesome. But I'm back at home now, and I'm excited about this wrestling, and I'm excited about getting back to life as it is. So,
yeah. So let us go through everything that's going down this week. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. We've been having a lot of things happening. Do a little bit of follow-up this week on the whole Chyna situation and her passing. Her manager basically came with the cause of death, which was it was a combination of her taking 2 prescription medications that didn't go together, and she did it for a couple of weeks, and it caught up with her. And it's common. It actually happens a lot with people who take those similar prescriptions. I was on Twitter, and I was talking about her passing during Raw because they did a tribute, And of course, because WWE is out front and they wanted to honor her, and I get it, but then they let certain people say things. I like the video package. I thought it would have been a little bit better if they had let some of the women say some things, because I'm sure the current crop of women wrestlers are the ones that were probably watching Chyna when they were kids and have a little bit more of an emotional connection and inspirational thing to it.
Right.
Also, people like Stephanie McMahon commenting. Okay, I get she's the brand officer of the company or whatever. I wouldn't play up her comments. I wouldn't. And this is unpopular opinion. And what I'm about to say right now is one of the reasons why I'll never get a job at WWE. But, that ship has sailed a long time ago anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'm not blaming her or Triple H for the death of Chyna, right? Let's just clear it out open. But it's very obvious and it's known that their actions years ago led to the downward spiral of this young lady's life. Period. Point blank. That was the beginning of the downward spiral of that lady's life. It never got back on the rails.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, those demons could still surface anyway. Chyna had a rough life growing up. If you read like her bio and some of the things that's happened to her, some of the things that people in her past have done to her over her life. I mean, from her dad to other people. I mean, people who now got loans in her name. I mean, like, it's stuff that's really bad. But she overcame that. And she rose to be an incredible person. I mean, like, before she got to the WWE, she was like training Secret Service agents and doing all, because she spoke like five languages. Like, you do understand, like, when she was back here in the United States, and when she was getting her life together, she had went to Japan for a while to teach English to Japanese kids.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's like fluent in 5 languages. When she graduated from college, she graduated like with a 3.8. Like, brilliant person. Like, brilliant beyond belief. Had a lot of outstanding and incredible career opportunities because of her intelligence and physique. She got into bodybuilding, at a young age for various reasons. But she turned that into a child with the WWE, and for like 97 to 2001, man, it's rock star time, right? What a time to be alive. And it was a great run for her, but unfortunately it ended, not because she wanted it to, but because things just got complicated at the workplace. So I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. Also, like, now they're trying to think about putting her in the Hall of Fame, and I think it's just too little, too late. Austin said the same thing, and there's a lot of people like, yo, man, that's not doing it now. It just seems a little weird.
Well, this is what I have been seeing since Monday night. And I'm not going to say kind of, because that's just being sideways with it. I agree with it. It's a lot of hypocrisy that's going on in this. Like, 1 minute you're like, yeah, she's good, but she deserves it, but we're not going to give it to her for these reasons. Like, this was going on for years. This is not something that was just said yesterday, that was just said last week, last month, years. For years, you have been fighting and coming up with different reasons, and some for most the same reason of why you didn't want her in the Hall of Fame. We don't have nothing against her. It's just this, or it's just that, and this, that, and the third. This is going on for years. This didn't just start yesterday. Like, people wouldn't be so outraged right now if, like, you had gave some level of hope beforehand that her being inducted could happen, that y'all had acknowledged her for who she was really, and had had this been a lot lighter or better of a situation than what it really was, then it wouldn't be so awkward. Because right now, you're just making it awkward by being like, oh, Chyna, and no, don't do that. I hate when people do that. You wait until something tragic happens, and then all of a sudden, you are all up and for this person. You weren't before. Like, granted, yes, you might not have had, like, this horrific situation going on behind the scenes, but at the same time, everybody knew that there was a situation, that there was tension, there was a rift, whatever you want to call it, between her and the company for various reasons. Two being Triple H and Stephanie. And now, all of a sudden, she passes, and it's like, oh, well, I did not think that, even though she has a position in the company to where she needed to say something, I don't think Stephanie should have said nothing. Like, I'm personally that's personal opinion. She shouldn't have never said anything because her or Triple H. Triple H said what he had to say when he did his podcast with Austin. You did your part then. Don't do this now. Because you're the main one now. Like, well, now it's a possibility. It don't need to be. If you didn't want to induct her before, don't do it now. Like, because I can't stand, like, when you wait till this happens for something like that. Like, no. If you've already made up your mind, you've been solid on this decision for years. This is not something that you were going back and forth about. It has been a solid decision for years. And now all of a sudden, this change is just different now. Like, considering her wrestling career, she deserves it. Period. Like, that's something that I have always been behind. Like, I've never changed. But considering her wrestling career, she deserves it. Period. And you have people in the Hall of Fame that's done worse. And it's like, all of a sudden now, now it's a consideration. Well, you didn't consider that before. And to tell the truth, the reasoning that Triple H gave during the podcast, BS. And I say it because your friend, one of his closest friends, just so happens to be in her first adult video. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget about the fact that there's a Hall of Famer now that is in an adult video. Like, yeah, it happened after the fact, but it still exists. And if her name was to be brought up, children will still Google her if they want to know who she was. It is not an excuse. You're just coming up with an excuse. That was your reasoning. And now all of a sudden, it don't exist anymore. Now all of a sudden it's, well, maybe now we could. No. Like, I really want her as one of my favorite wrestlers to be in a Hall of Fame. I do. I've always have. But don't sit here now and make it a consideration. Like, if you've been behind this for years, then continue to be behind your decision. Don't change it because of what just happened. Because now it's just going to be awkward. Now it is awkward. Very awkward. And now it's like, it's funny because now it's just kind of a question of why. Please explain to me now why you want to do this. Other than her passing. Please explain to me why you want to do this. And if the only reason is because she deserves it, she's been deserving it. Like, that's just a given to me. Like, she's been deserving it. That's not a reason.
Yeah. Here's the thing. it's like this. When people die, things get very romanticized. And you got to remember when people pass away, there are things that happen. And people want to get on board. Like, they want to be on what's going was popular right now, right?
Right.
So some of the things she did when she was alive doesn't really matter as much anymore. So now we're going to deal with the legacy. And, we'll see what happens with that, right? But going forward, everybody got to do better about honoring people and treating people well while they still here. You know what I mean? I don't think we need to wait till people pass away to treat them better and to reach out and help people. You know what I mean? Because I think one thing that they failed was reaching out and helping. Like, WWE does a great job helping old stars and old performers and getting themselves clean and stuff like that. I don't think they had that relationship with Jody. You know what I mean? And she was trying to get back in the family. And she was trying to get back in the fold. And they kept turning their nose up at her and making her seem like a crazy woman when she was showing up places or being places. Yeah, it just... But neither here nor there. Let's get back to this wrestling. So, Raw. Stephanie shows up. We haven't seen her in a while. Apparently, Vince is going to make a decision at Payback on which child is going to keep running the show. Yeah. Shane has been running the show very excellently. I think what he has been doing and what they've been using his character for this new push and this new idea has been really good. You know what I mean? It's had kinks in his armor, and there's some things that I do question, but for the most part, I can say for surely that if you want it new or you want it fresh, like you wanted to see different people, different matches, you got it.
Right.
You got it.
Definitely.
Hey man, AJ Styles is the number one contender. I bet you didn't have that in your wrestling pools 8 months ago.
Hell no.
AJ Styles is the number one contender going into the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania. And he has a legit shot with Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson in his corner.
Right.
While Roman Reigns has the Usos in his corner. Which is a nice setup for a heel turn and swerve, right?
Woo! Yes, it is.
Because honestly, I think the Usos could use a little bit of a repackaging with a heel turn right now themselves.
So
I think they I think they've kind of ran their course of being who they are for right now.
Right.
And I think them doing something a little different would be very helpful to their characters. But we'll see how it all works out, right?
Right.
We'll see how it all works out. But AJ Styles had a nice tune-up match against Sheamus. And that was a fresh matchup that we hadn't seen. I was expecting the League of Nations to break up because that's what I was reading, but apparently they're breaking up on SmackDown tonight. Spoiler alert. Well, not really spoiler, because by the time you get this show, SmackDown already had happened. So, League of Nations breaking up.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that, though. I mean, of course we know it was bound to happen. It was just weird with them together anyway. Like, one minute I understood. It was one time I understood, but then after a while, it was just like, okay, this is retarded. Like, I really just didn't get it after a while, because it was just like, okay, you're 4 foreign guys together. Okay. like, what are you going to do now? They weren't that great of a team to me.
I think they had a lot of potential. I just think the booking didn't do them any favors.
Yeah,
right?
It didn't. Like, it made them look weird. Like, to me, it didn't really give them any strength. Like, the potential that they had, I didn't see it because it really wasn't shown very well. Like, it's just funny because at times I really just saw the League of Nations as like a distraction. like as opposed to like something that could be better than that. They just mean more so of a distraction. Oh, we need something to do. Hey, here's Legal Nation. Like, really?
Rusev got to do his jobs, right?
Right.
Rusev can't win anything. They wasn't trying to give Barrett any launch because he was leaving the company. So it left Del Rio and Sheamus, and a lot of times they were put in impossible positions where they had to lose too. So you really didn't get a lot out of either one of them. So, and they used Del Rio to help lost Kalisto. Sheamus was, kind of early fodder for Roman Reigns, but they didn't even leave him in the story consistently. It became more Roman Reigns versus the Authority. So there was nowhere for Sheamus to go. And now they all just kind of sitting out there in freelance on the roster trying to figure out what's next. Roman Reigns and the Usos, speaking of both of them, they had a nice segment backstage. I thought Doc Gallows and Karl Anderson had a nice match with the Usos. Roman shows up. That kind of thing happens. The video package for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was amazing on Monday.
I agree.
Man. Very good video package. Like, nobody does that stuff better than the WWE. I mean, I think we could all attest to that.
I don't see how you can't agree with that. Like, I need to meet the production team. I really do. Like, I really want to meet them, shake hands, say, hey, how do you do this? I want to see them put together this stuff because it's incredible. It is incredible. Which I think is one of the reasons why, I know I shouldn't be bringing this back up, but I think that's one of the reasons why people were so pissed at the Chyna tribute video, because they were like, this could have been better than this. But I thought it was good. Personally. I mean, it could have been like a minute longer, but still, like, I thought it was good.
No. Honestly, I thought it was excellent. I don't think they could have did anything better with that video. Like, I thought it was very, very good. I thought they left out the IC title thing. I didn't think they played that up enough.
No, not at all.
That's the most significant achievement of the career, and that's the most unique achievement for Chyna. And it's the one thing that may never happen anytime soon. Like, women have been in the Royal Rumble since Chyna. Beth Phoenix was in the Royal Rumble. Actually eliminated somebody. Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Karma was in the Royal Rumble. So, Royal Rumble, I ain't going to say that it's less... I mean, because she's the first. You can't take that away from her. Right?
Right.
And she was the first in a time where there was no thought... There was no way to conceive possibly that could happen. She was in the King of the Ring tournament twice. Right? No way people could conceive that happening. Was number one contender for a little while. For the world title, number one contender.
Yeah, I can still remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it's, during a special era or whatever, but the point of the matter is that she was there.
Right.
And she competed. Understand this, like, they play up that women's title, that's the end of her career. And she really didn't want to do it. She didn't like the idea of going to the women's division.
Well, it was because in my own... How's the way to say this without being insulting? She wasn't really made to wrestle with women. like, I don't think... The way Chyna's career had went and the way that she wasn't made to wrestle with women. Like, her best was with men. Like, so when they did move her to the women's division, I actually was disappointed because I knew there was no woman at that time that was, they could compete, but like Chyna was on a whole nother level. And I think the level that Chyna was on only was only meant to be done with men, and it wasn't like they didn't want Chyna to to play with the boys. That's all she did from the time she got there until they decided to make her make that move. She was wrestling with the men. Alright. And we seen that she could compete. You know, it was, I think personally, it was insulting more to her than to the other women of the women's division. You know, I really didn't see that. I just really was like, are you kidding me? You know, it was weird. It was weird seeing her in the matches and all that. It was just weird because it was like,
yeah, I mean, you were going to she left without ever losing, which was great because it was going to totally alter the paradigm of everything that was going on there. Right. And I think they were good at jobber. They was going to try to take away whatever she had. But you know, it's all that's all here. Like I said, very, very good tribute. I can't take that away from them. They always do extra tribute packages. They do excellent video packages. I want them to do one on my life. I think it would be amazing. I do. Like, I need to, when I go, I need the WWF video team on this Keith Hope Memorial. That shit is going to be amazing. Y'all going to be up in the church crying. Y'all going to be like, I just didn't know. This dude was amazing. Yep, that's me.
We'll make sure to let your wife know and get some more pictures of you. Get out of here. I'm not doing I'm not dealing with you.
Where I go, bro, I want that WWE video package.
Like, why is this projector screen over in the corner? Look, he said he wanted a video package of his life. He said he wanted a video package of his life. We put it together.
That way people can't pretend like they ain't hear it. You got time to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just...
He's like, look, all I know is he said he wanted WWE to do it. We got the money to do it. It was done. Shut up. Just watch the video. Don't worry about why it's in here. You'll see in a minute. All right. Just let it be. Like, really? So, this is what we doing. Yes, this is what we're doing. Shut up. This ain't your funeral. Like, whatever. I'm telling you, I can't. I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with it. I think it'll be awesome, personally. You know, why not? Why not? Like, no, we don't need. Like, nope, don't. You know, where usually you and kids want to be play the video. That's where we're gonna put that at. And make sure we have some round sound speakers. Keith, I'm not dealing with you. Why are we even talking about this? Can we move on to the rest of Raw, please?
Well, the WWE is hiring for writers' assistants. And I would like y'all to put in a good word for me also. Also, they're hiring for a social media manager in Shanghai, China. I can run the Chinese Twitter. I think people should... You laughing at me right now.
I'm
serious.
not.
I can run
because I know you're serious. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm laughing right now. Like, you're gonna run Chinese Twitter? Shut up, Keith. I'm not doing it.
The WWE Chinese Twitter. I can look, man. Google translates. I'm just making the tweets. It'll translate
from the comfort of your own home.
I'm just saying. I make sure the right stuff get out there.
Yeah, I'm sure it will somehow.
You know. No events. He'd try to have me promote Asuka and Nakamura and, you know, whoever else Asian on the roster on the Chinese Twitter. And I had to explain to him that they are Japanese and Chinese people ain't that fine for seeing Japanese people on their stuff. And that's a whole other story, you know what I mean, for another day time. But I ain't saying I know everything about geo world politics, but I know this. Chinese people ain't here for your Japanese superstars. Trust me on that. They're not here for that. And, you know, people in America is arrogant, man. We don't know shit about nobody, so we just lump them all together. We do. We don't care. We do it to Hispanics. We do it to black people. We be like, oh, wow, I got time to figure out what kind of nigga you is. Okay.
It's awful. That is just awful. It's funny, but it's awful. Like,
I'm so off the rails right now. I was talking about Jericho and Ambrose fighting over their issue, which I thought was a solid segment. Apollo Crews defeated Cody Rhodes. I dug the Cody Rhodes outfit as he wore the purple.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I like the New Day with their tribute to Prince. You know, they threw in that 1999.
Of course.
They also put some respect on my name.
Look,
put some respect on it.
I'm going to go off the rail real quick. Keith is out here one more thing about putting some respect on anything. I swear to you. I'm a little bit. People are tripping with this Birdman interview. I can't, man.
All right. For those of you who don't know, just a little pop culture for you. Birdman, baby from Cash Money Records, showed up at a nationally syndicated show called The Breakfast Club, and he was mad at some of the hosts because they maybe have made fun of him in the past because baby does things like kiss little younger men on the mouth. So, no, am I making this up?
No, you're not.
Okay, this is her, because I don't want to be accused of not putting no respect on it. But baby shows up in true fashion of an ignorant fool with like 12 people to the radio station. Right. This is one thing I think is suckerific. If you go act like you hard, be hard by yourself. Don't go up and try to run up on some radio hosts with about 12 young thugs. Also, one of those radio hosts being a woman, right? I would tell all three of y'all. Man, he sat there and literally tried to cuss them. I would tell all three of y'all, put some respect on my name. I'm like, okay. And I mean, like, when he sat down, he looked like a petulant child that had been overly indulged. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is like somebody give him a lollipop and a hug.
Right.
But the thing he tried to accomplish, he made 20 times worse. Because the internet is undefeated, Keish.
No.
Oh, the internet is so undefeated. Good Lord, the internet. I see one with him, with his picture superimposed on John Cena. And, you know, and it said hustle, loyalty, respect. And, you know, it was spelled it like how he said it, RESPECK.
Look, I seen one where he and Chipotle come out and put some respect on it. And it said respect is extra. You okay with that?
You see, like he was in the drive-thru ordering that hamburger, and he was like, I ain't gonna tell you no more. And the dude was like ad-libbing with him, like, okay, man. He was like, so you ordered cheese, you know, lettuce, tomato, mayo. And he was like, put some respect on it. Okay, that's some respect.
It's one that I actually sent to my boyfriend this morning, and it was a Scooby-Doo spoof, and they threw his face on the monster, talking about some Birdman. And was like, yeah, and it wasn't for you. And he was like, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids, all three of y'all. I was like, you know what? I'm done. Just die. Like, I can't with this. This is ridiculous. These males have been getting out of control. I swear to you, every other news, every other status I see on Facebook, put some respect on it. I swear, if one more person tell me to put some respect on anything, I can't. I'm not dealing with it. No, Keith, because what got me about the thing, about the video, right? People, if you have not seen this video, please watch it because it's hilarious. What got me about it was he in the middle of cussing them out, and then Envy gets on, and he just starts talking like nothing happened. And Charlamagne was like, nah, we don't talk about this because he didn't go walk in here like that. So, in the middle of him and Charlamagne going back and forth, he says, is y'all finished or is y'all done? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this not the same thing? Come out.
I've been throwing it out at work all week. Like, is we finished or is we done? Because, man, if that ain't the most crazy, confusing. Oh, man. Oh, that's so crazy.
Like, I had to listen to that part like 3 times. I was like, wait a minute. Say, what? Did you just say, is y'all finished or is y'all done? Time out. Oh. Did anybody hear that like I did? I just want to make sure I got that right. If people go on Twitter and look up search the hashtag Birdman Ultimatum, and I swear to you, it's the most English shit you ever read in life. People are tripping. They've been tripping this whole time, ever since the video came out. Folks have been losing it. I have been laughing so hard. He set himself up. Because you don't roll up in a radio station. Like, I don't care how much shit these people talk on a regular day. You roll up in a radio station with like 6 dudes behind you. Like, come on, man. Really? You ain't hard. Like, I can't, people. I just can't. I'm going to watch that video later, though.
Once again, we're completely off the rails. Last thing I'm going to do is talk about Raw with Apollo Crews and the Cody Rhodes match, right? I don't know what we're doing with Apollo Crews. Like, he's coming up, he's having some good matches, but I don't know what the direction is. Like, I don't know what's next for him.
I don't see one. No, I don't see a clear direction. I didn't see a clear direction when he was in NXT. And I mean, I like how you have him in matches. He's not losing. He looks good. I get that. That's incredible. It's great. But what do you do? What exactly is the angle here? Like, what are you doing with him? Because just having him with matches is not going to be impressive after a while. People are going to be like, oh, it's Apollo Crews. Oh, okay, yeah, whoever he selects one, he's going to beat him anyway. So then it's like, okay, what do you do? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's weird to see it like play out the way that it's happening because I like Apollo Crews, I do, and I think he's a great wrestler. But it's just like his match with Samoa Joe was fucking awesome. Like, it was greatness. But I'm like, okay, but where does this lead him now? You know? Then I'm like, okay, he's on the main roster, but why? You know, like, why? I really just don't. I don't know. I'm with you. I don't get it. I can't. Like, I don't know if anybody can explain like what exactly is happening with him because it's just kind of unknown. People don't see it; they're not seeing it.
Yeah, I think what happens is this is why they need the brand extension. They need to figure out what's next for these guys. You know what I mean? And I think with the brand extension, what you could do is get guys a spot that they wouldn't have normally, right? So you could put them in like an angle that's centered around. Because, I mean, right now, they just got a show. Raw's 3 hours. SmackDown's 2 hours. I think if Raw was very singular in purpose, and the same thing with SmackDown, where like these stories have to get over, you'd have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more room to do things.
Right.
So if he was in an angle with Stardust, and it was linked to one of them have to get to the IC title, one of them has to get to the US title, then it makes sense. Right now, they just have a series of matches where people just having matches to have matches. And I think you got to have some kind of purpose in what you're doing. And eventually, they'll get to that. But I think right now, first of all, I think really it's just to get everybody on TV and get some exposure. And for you to get your eyes on people you haven't seen right now. Right? Baron Corbin is in a thing. They've already got Gallows and Anderson in a thing. So they're doing it with a lot of other talents. I just see Cruz just kind of feel like he's slipping through the cracks, but maybe he's not. Maybe the goal is just to get him on TV and to build up some wins to establish his credibility before they make their move with him.
Right.
I'm just saying I don't see it now. That's all I'm saying. Well, with that, Keish, I guess we'll hit the break and come back and talk about all the craziness that's going on in the news. And we will preview our pay-per-view, and we'll talk about NXT, which we can now call NXT NA. But that will be a little teaser for the next spot. So holla us on the other side of the break.
An interview literally weeks in the making. Up and coming, high-rising superstar Roman Reigns. Finally, we have a chance to talk with...
Finally? What are you talking about, finally? Are we supposed to operate on your time? Have you been waiting for me? Is your schedule that important? Tell me, what'd you do today? Did you go to, what, the dollar store? Is that what's so important? Nah, man. It's all about my time. It's my schedule. Who wears the big watch? What time is it? Tell me what time it is. What, you can't read clocks? It's Roman Reigns' time, and you should feel very fortunate right now. You've never been so relevant, little man. You've never been so important.
Well, that's the point, is that you're very important, and we have questions that we want to ask you.
All right, we are back for wrestling birthdays. I have just thoroughly confused my sister over the break because I have expounded on my theory that Pliers and Kurt Franklin are the same person.
Look, they are not the same. I'm not dealing with this. I swear I'm not. They cannot be the same.
You ain't got no picture. You ain't got a picture of Pliers and Kurt Franklin in the same place.
Why would they be in the same place? Like,
they could have ended up at the Essence Festival at the same time.
Well, they could have showed up at the BET Awards together. There is no reason why Kurt Franklin and Pliers should be in the same place. Like, I just don't. I really don't see. I don't. But you know what? Because they've never been in the same room together. So I don't know. I can't say.
I'm just saying, when Kurt Franklin want to get ratchet, he turned the Pliers. And he has some fun.
But that's just too solid. Keith, how you follow Pliers on Instagram? Like, you would see.
I follow Pliers. That's how I came up with this.
There are two totally different people. Like, I mean, in every aspect of life, like, they're totally different.
Pliers put out some inspirational speeches every week. He just cussed at his. Okay. All right, but let's get to the birthday. All right, it is April 28th. It'll be 29th when you hear the show. So that meant yesterday, April 28th, Alex Riley celebrated a birthday. Today, April 29th, my main man, back in the saddle, Titus O'Neil, WWE Father of the Year, celebrates his birthday. Titus will turn 39.
Awesome.
Turning 56. Pretty Paul Roma, one half of Power and Glory. Former Four Horsemen Paul Roma. Also, former Job Guy Paul Roma.
Wow.
All of that has happened in his career. Which, Paul Roma, hey man, he didn't do it. He went to WCW, trying to revive his career, thinking he had, and they gave him, ain't a horseman coming back, let's just make him a horseman.
Right.
Bad idea. Bad idea. I don't know if he ever wrestled a match as a horseman or what. But man, people shit on him every day for that. And ask him how he feel about Ric Flair. Woo! You want some interesting feedback for your show.
All right.
He talked pretty bad about Ric Flair. And hey, this is what I would say. Because Flair and them talk bad about Roma too. And hey, they be like, that nigga wasn't no horse. And he was on Flair for the goal with them fours up. When they turned the Horsemen into the Temptations, man, it just got bad. Because you know how like the Temptations had the original group. Like now, the Temptations still performing, but it ain't the Temptations.
Right.
Like, they should be ashamed of themselves. Otis is like the only original member. Now, a lot of people have died, but before people was dying, they were swapping dudes out. So
Right.
it's like, if you was born between like 1950 and like 1977, you know what I mean? You can lie and say you was a temptation at some point in your life, and can't nobody really call you on it.
That's awful.
You can say you was a temptation from like 85 to 89, and I just gotta believe you. But that's the thing. You can say you was a horseman, and depending on the time period, Sid Vicious, Sting, Luger, Paul Roma, Mongo McMichael, Jeff Jarrett. Like, there's some weird annals in the horseman history. Brian Pillman, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit. Like, there's some. But, you know, I digress. Either way, Paul Roma turned 56 today. And that's it, man. No other real birthdays. So let's get to this news, Keith, because the news has been interesting.
News!
North, south. If you go north, and you go east, you go west, and you go south, you put it all together, and it spells news. So, some old dirty bastard for y'all, young folks. R-Truth is starting his own clothing line. I don't know what it's gonna be called, but he started his own clothing line. Do you think it's gonna pop off? Are you gonna be out wearing the new hot R-Truth stuff?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, what is it going to be called?
I will get you the notes on that, Keish.
I don't know.
So I took that down, and I was like, I really didn't even want to even go too deep into it. But yeah, he started off clothesline. He posted on Twitter. He just got the phone with his manager. Rod Killing's clothing line. Right now, that's what it's just called. It's called Rod Killing's clothing line.
I just need to know, like, what it's gonna look like. You know.
Hey, he probably gonna put out some Little Jimmy T-shirts.
I'm just saying.
Sure there's gonna be a lot of T-shirts that say "What's up."
Of course.
I'm sure he's going to have some nice jeans. And I don't know. Like, I don't think he dresses horribly from time to time. So, he might have decent. I don't know. I can't call it, Keish. I don't think he's going to have a suit collection. But,
right.
You know, good luck to the brother. Now, this is interesting. WWE Studios has made a deal with Wesley Snipes movie company to produce some films. Wesley Snipes, as you know, has his own movie company. Wesley ain't really done a lot of major films in the last like 10 years or 15 years. He been doing a lot of that direct-to-video stuff. Like, you go to the red box, and there's Wesley Snipes in some weird action movie you ain't never heard of. Generally with a lot of other Asian people. Most of these movies he don't record in the United States. Kind of how he had that tax issue because of that. Which, totally unrelated. The federal government just really wants to nail Wesley Snipes.
Alright.
You know, he went to court the first time on like 6 charges, and he beat all 6 of them. But then they had to come back on him with like 3 more new charges, and he couldn't really beat those. Like, he beat the first 6. Like, nope, y'all ain't got me here. My account knows this. But, you know.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is here, but they're making they got a partnership with him and West, and basically it's gonna be a lot of action movies. There's one in production with Wesley Snipes and Seth Rollins that's coming out sooner than later, so I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, true. That is true.
Yeah. We'll see how it all plays out. John Cena announces his return date. He will be back May 30th. I think that's Memorial Day Raw. He will be back in the saddle full time. Doctors say he's healing fine. He was supposed to be out like 6 to 9 months. John Cena's back in 5 months because he's John Cena, his thing. He was actually there a little early when he was participating in WrestleMania. Probably shouldn't have had a match, but he was there anyway. Other than that, Velvet Sky's leaving TNA. So that's happening. And the sale of TNA and all that stuff is still up in the air. But Velvet Sky's going for TNA. So how soon should I see her in NXT? Should I see her next week? Should I see her next month? I mean, is it the 90-day clause? I don't know.
I hope not.
Speaking of TNA, word on the street, Eric Young debuted in NXT tonight. It should air on TV sometime in the next couple of weeks. And with that, I'm going to say WWE has done TNA better than TNA.
Yeah, that is true.
They have Austin Aries, Samoa Joe. Now they got Eric Young. Shit. What is going on here? They're TNA and better at it than TNA.
Yeah.
And go get more out of the guys.
Right.
Shoot. I mean, they got everybody. Hell, having Gallows there with the Dudleys, you damn near got half of aces and eights already there.
Exactly. It's starting to get real strange around the WWE.
But man, Eric Young came with like, I think they knew he was eventually going to try to go to NXT, but this must have been in the works quick because there was some word on the street that there may have been talks, but it's like, nah, he's there. So I would assume Bobby Roode is going to be making a debut of some kind in the next couple of weeks or so, right?
Right. Oh God, if they do that, I will so love it. I would be so excited. I would be so excited if they did that. I mean, I would be ecstatic. I love Bobby Roode. I'll be so. Let me calm down. Because I'm telling you, I'll lose it. I will lose it. Let me chill. I'm gonna chill.
You gonna chill? You good?
I'm gonna chill.
All right. You sure?
I'm good. I'm good for right now.
Bomb threat forces evacuation at the Ring of Honor offices. I don't know if you saw this today. There was a bomb threat over in the Baltimore area. There was a big problem at the news station or whatever, and they were worried that something was going to happen. And I think the guy had just some chocolate bars taped to him. But anyway, he tried to simulate a bomb, and people got scared, rightfully so. I was trying to reverse the situation, but not emergency, but you know, it is what it is. So let's get to Payback. This is the fourth installment of WWE in their Payback pay-per-view series. It is coming live from Chicago at the Rosemont Center, which ironically, 1 week later, ROH will be running their Global Wars pay-per-view from Chicago. But basically, this they're selling Payback as like a new hope, a new thing, right?
Right.
Let's go down the card, Keisha, and let's see what we think. Kalisto, United States champ, will defend it against Ryback in the pre-show. I think the same old song, the thing remains the same. I think Ryback takes a loss to Kalisto.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at Mania. It's not going to happen now. Jericho takes on Dean Ambrose in a 1-on-1 regular singles match. No chairs, no bottles, no nothing.
Dean!
Yeah, it's got to be Dean, right? Like, Jericho got over a little bit in the last feud. Not going to happen this time. Like, it's got to be Dean. Jericho probably is towards the end of his run, probably next couple of days. It solid enough up ahead. Is that, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be Ambrose. Yay! Go Ambrose!
Right. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. No title on the line here. Baron Corbin can't lose his intro to the main roster, right?
Right.
Like his first main roster pay-per-view, I think that's safe to say. I think he's going to establish himself as a monster heel here. I think Ziggler is the perfect person to bump around for him. Because Ziggler does sell, and sell very well, right?
Right.
So, I think this guy will look very better behind that. So, I think that's cool. I think that's real cool. So let's go with Corbin. Corbin's gonna take that. The Vaudevillians will be taking on Enzo and Cash as number one contender spot for the tag team titles. Keish, who you got?
Enzo and Big Cass are incredible in the ring, and they're funny. They're freaking hilarious to me. I got Enzo and Big Cass. Like, not even just for those reasons. I just think that they will actually be the more entertaining tag team, as opposed to the. I don't think the Vaudevillians were ready, but that's not my decision. I didn't make it. So, I like Enzo and Cass, Big Cass. I think that they will bring a lot of spark. Even if they don't win the title, it'll be an interesting match in itself. So, they're my pick for this, and I'm excited about that.
All right, first disagreement of the night. I think the Vaudevillians will. Tell you why. I think they've came a long way. I think Enzo and Cass, they're going to lose, but it's going to be shenanigans. They're not going to lose straight up, right? So that way you can still have a little sympathy for them. I think the Vaudevillians, you'll still cheer them as heels. And when they take on New Day, they'll be kind of in the heel slot. And he'll be like, they'll have all these pictures of everybody who came, but, do what they need to do. True. So I'm going to say Vaudevillians. The Miz defends his his IC title against Cesaro. With that, Keith, did we just forget Zack Ryder won the title at WrestleMania?
Yeah. We did.
I watched NXT yesterday, and he's running around NXT with Mojo, and I'm like,
yeah, the hype, bro.
Too hype. What you what?
Yeah, the hype bros. You've seen the hype bros before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen them before, but I just thought Zach was going to be more trying to pursue some of his main roster goals.
I really was actually kind of mad. Like, and I'm just gonna. They let him have his WrestleMania moment only to take it away from him 24 hours later, and it was really pissed. It was really sucky. I hated it. I was like, don't do it at all, if that's what you're going to do. Because personally, if they want to put the Miz with the IC belt, like, they should have just did it at WrestleMania and been done with it. But, like, no, WWE can't do things simply. They have to destroy someone else's life in the process. It's awful. So I'm not with it. I don't support it. Whatever. And they just don't even mention it. They don't mention it. They really don't talk about it. They talk about it in passing, and it's more so of an afterthought. Like, it should never be that way. Never. So, I don't know. Yeah. It's something that should be mentioned at least, but I'm not the one. So, whatever. I can't.
Yeah, I just think that's kind of odd. So I thought I'd bring that up.
It is. It's very odd. It's very odd. Especially if you're not used to, especially if you're just not ready for something like that. I don't know. They just don't talk about it. It's like he's been blacked out. And I'm like, why? But we see him on NXT. Like, what? I don't know. But anyway, for the match, I personally have to honestly say that the Miz will retain. I mean, they have a purpose for him having the belt. They're going to continue with this purpose. And, of course, with him not having it, it's not that it can't continue. It just won't continue at that point. So, the Miz is going to definitely retain the title. With or without the help of his wife. So, that's me.
Happy to see Maurice back. Very funny story. Watching wrestling with Liz. my daughter, your niece, and she sees Maurice, and she's like, "Who is that?" I said, "That's his wife." She said, and I quote, "But he sucks. How did he get somebody like that?"
Wow. Oh, man.
I said, "Leah, that's what we all trying to figure out. Don't know how he pulled that one down."
Right. What?
Now, to be fair, when they first started dating, she ain't speak a whole lot of English. So he had the patience to kind of rock through that where everybody else did.
Right.
But yeah, I agree with you. Miz will keep the belt. There will be shenanigans. There will be some cheating. He's not going to win fair and square. But it'll be enough where their feud will keep going. I think this is one of the reasons I think they took the title off Ryder. I don't know if they felt like they could get enough interest in the belt with Ryder having it. Now, I thought Ryder chasing Miz for a while would help bring back that awareness and maybe give Ryder that pushback. But maybe they just want to give him a moment at WrestleMania to call it a day.
All right.
I don't know. But I think Miz being despicable and having the belt makes it'll put your eye on it. You know what I mean? Like, Miz is going to make sure he is seen, right?
All right.
So I don't have to worry about that. So now with Cesaro chasing, ideally Cesaro should beat Miz. There's not any time where I think Cesaro shouldn't beat Miz, right? Like, this is one of our perception angles. Like, on paper, like, hey, assuming this was a shoot, we would assume Cesaro should win. So when he doesn't beat Miz, now it's like, why? And that's where your story is going to come from. First time, it might be Maurice. The second time, it might be a ref.
Right.
Whatever. What keeps this going? What keeps you away from the mountaintop? And why does this guy do anything in his power to keep you off the mountain? Then when you finally overcome, it's sweeter, and I think we're more locked into a story. And I think if the IC belt has a great feud with it, I think it keeps the status up too. Like, a lot of people point to the Cena Open Challenge because it was Cena, and somebody at his level, his height, of power at the time, doing something was they thought was good. But you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say, like you said, I think Tussle. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start thinking about football. I think Miz keeps the belt and moves on.
Right.
Speaking of champs, Charlotte will be taking on Natalya Neidhart for the women's title. Charlotte will be defending her belt with her dad, Ric Flair, in the corner. And we got Bret Hart showing up to jump in the corner for Natty.
Yes. I've got to watch this. I'm way too excited now.
Also, we gotta keep Rick out of the ring, right? So, Keish, give me what you got on this one.
Let's see. I don't know, because Natty is wonderful, but at the same time, I see Charlotte retaining. I think that Charlotte will have the belt a little longer. I'm not sure who they're gonna. Well, never mind, because I already know my pick for who should be set up to take the belt from her. But nonetheless, I really love Natty, but I can't give this match to her. I give it to Charlotte. She's gonna retain. Like, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be an incredible match. But yeah, it's definitely going to be Charlotte retaining.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good match. I think it'll be reminiscent of they've done this whole thing before at NXT TakeOver, right?
Right.
But I think just the stakes are higher now. So, with that being said, I think they both go work hard. I think Charlotte walks away with the belt. Natalya will have a good showing, and she might get a rematch out of this. But I think they're very content with Charlotte running the roost right now with the women's title.
Right.
So, and everybody try to go through her. I think eventually they'll get Rick out of the paint. But right now, it's an interesting dynamic. So you got two Hall of Famers. former world champs in the corners of their respective family members. Yeah, Charlotte keeps the belt. Like there's no even him in the horn over that, right?
All right.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Potential match of the night candidate. I'll lay it out right here. Doesn't need a title. One of the reasons why I think they took the title off of Owens. This feud right here doesn't need a title.
No.
It is hot on fire all on its own.
Right.
All on its own is on fire.
No, it don't need a title at all. It doesn't need anything. They got it handled.
Yeah, because they have legit animosity. Cannot stand each other.
Right. So they definitely it's gonna be this match is gonna be incredible. And I think that's just personal opinion. It's gonna be awesome. So
yeah. I would go with Zayn, but maybe not the first one, right?
Right.
But then again, that's why I want to go with Zayn, because then Owens going to feel like this is how the narrative is. If Owens beats Zayn, I beat Sami Zayn, he should never be trying to come at me.
Right.
Sami Zayn beat Owens, it's more of Owens saying, I wasn't ready, I deserve a rematch because I can beat this guy. I really could do, you know what I mean, the whole heel stuff. So I guess I would go with Zayn winning the first time. Plus, Zayn be doing the old 50-58 jobs for everybody. They should let him win one or not get jumped at the end of a match.
Right.
So I'm going to let Sami Zayn go ahead. Like I said, match of the night. It's going to get violent. I think what's going to happen is they're going to escalate it, because next month is Extreme Rules, I believe. So be prepared for the next time they face each other to be like a tables match or a chair match or something crazy. Like it's going to be, you know, just they're going to beat each other up pretty bad. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
But I'll go with Sami, right?
Right.
World title, which is very interesting. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. Who would you have and why?
Roman, because as much as I love AJ, this ain't happening. That's just ain't all be all of it. It's not going to happen. Now, with the track record that the WWE has been having with Roman in the belt and him having the title, I can see why it could be even an inkling unbelievable to think that they're going to do to him the same way again and they're going to just snatch the belt from him. If that was to happen, it would not be AJ Styles that we would have, but that would be holding the title. Yes, I can understand why he is so far of where he is right now. I get it completely. But at the same time, it's just not going to happen at Payback. It ain't. Like, I don't even feel like I need another explanation of why Roman's retaining, because it's just the way that it's gonna be. Like that's just what's gonna happen, you know? So, I mean, granted, there could be some shenanigans involved, of course, with the rest of the Bullet Club there, but at the same time, they don't necessarily have to play a factor in this match. It's not even guaranteed that they will play a factor in this match, because the Usos plan to be there too, so it could even things up. It could do whatever happens. I just know that Roman will have that belt in there. So that's just me, though. I don't.
Yeah. End of the day, I think Roman keeps the belt, because I think the plan is for Roman to have the belt going into SummerSlam. Like, I don't think he's going to drop the belt prior to SummerSlam. I like AJ. I think he's going to give a good effort, and we'll be questioning whether he should be back or should be rematching. And that depends on the health of some people also on the roster. Right? Let's be real. But I'm glad AJ had this opportunity, and I think we're going to get some full development out of this storyline. Like, we're going to know exactly what Gallows and Anderson are here to do. We're going to know how Roman's going to handle the Usos and who's going to do what, who's going to be, just working, returning videos or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got it right.
Right. So, like I said, Roman, I don't see losing this match. I think Roman stays with the belt, and that's it for them, right?
Right.
So, why am I to believe they're going to do anything else? Because they went all the way up to putting the belt on him and getting clowned for doing that.
Right. Exactly. So, track record isn't clean. So I don't really know how to even feel about this situation right now. Like, I just know that at the end of the day, it's going to be Roman holding this belt. Like, I hate to take away from that, but that's the truth. So, what can you do? And
well, with that being said, Keish, we are going to close this up. We will be back next week recapping the pay-per-view and probably give you a little brief overview of ROH Global Wars. And I think that's about it. Any parting shots, Keish?
Yes. Those of you that I'm really going to put this out there for everybody. Well, men and women alike. It doesn't matter. I don't think they discriminate. But I take a belly dance class every Thursday at 7:45 p.m. at the Mosaic Moon Body Studio in Atlanta. If you want to attend, it's $15 just to drop in. It's fun and enjoy it. One of my closest friends, Sarah Span, she's the person that teaches it. It's great. It's awesome. I thought I'd take this opportunity to advertise that because I thoroughly enjoy it. And also, shout out to family, friends, everybody that listens to the show, all our fans. We love you. You're awesome. I hope and pray that you continue to listen every week. Of course, to the Hope Foundation, because they're just greatest people ever in the world. And that's it. I think I've covered it all, Of course, shout out to my brother, Keith, because he's just awesome in every way, and he's greatness. And I definitely have been looking at his things on Kind of Like Sports, even though he doesn't know that I have been looking at them. And but he knows now. And I am still, right now, I am actually in my head trying to put together the next thing that I'm going to write for the Ring Time Pro Wrestling website. So once I get that thoroughly done, and I'll just go ahead and send it to you. But that's it.
All right. With that, we are out. We will holler at y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace.